guys, so I'm back with the second video, and as you can see, I got a haircut, and I'm not a big fan of short hair, but I mean, my hair was getting to a length where it was all dead and stuff, so it needed to come off. Sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and just get rid of it all. I'm here today to show you my best and worst e.l.f. products that I have encountered throughout the year since I ever started makeup when I was, I don't know, 12. So the reason I made this video is because when I was getting into makeup around, middle school, obviously I try to go the cheapest way because, when you're in school, you're kind of broke and you don't have a lot of money to spend on stuff. So I try to, go with the cheapest stuff, and that e.l.f. happened to be the cheapest at the time. It still is very much the cheapest brand for drugstore makeup around. So when I was getting into it, I was looking for videos and stuff telling me what products to get and what not to get, because obviously when something's that cheap, there's gonna be some really bad ones and some, pretty good ones. So lo and behold, I couldn't find one. I mean, I found this one on this blog, but it wasn't really that helpful. So here I am years later, and I'm making one. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you find this helpful. So I'm gonna start with my favorite products because I like starting on a happy note. I mean, who wants to start with all the worst and gloom stuff? So to start off, this is my go-to brow kit. No joke, I use this stuff every day. This is basically the only brow stuff I use because it works so well. So here you go. Here's a little close-up for you guys to see. So this is a eyebrow kit, and it comes with, it's used because, it's my go-to, so I use it a lot, but it comes with this wax section and then this more, powdery section. So I only really use the wax part of it. I don't really use the powder part just because my brows don't need that much loving care, but I mean, sometimes I use it if I want a more full look or I need it to last longer, and I got in the shade medium, but it comes in 2 other shades, light and dark, I believe. So this is only $3, I think. So it's a really good deal, because especially brow stuff can get a little pricey, and it works amazing, so definitely give this a try. My next favorite from e.l.f. is their brushes. All of them. They're all amazing. You should get all of them. So basically what I like about these brushes is just, they're pretty good brushes. I mean, they're pretty cheap too. Some of them are $1, $3, maybe $6. I think this one was $6. And they work amazing. They're really soft. I don't have any complaints with them. This brush is a Kodomo brush, and it was $6 when I got it. Pretty soft and everything. So, this is the Wet n Wild Kodomo brush, and you can tell the difference between these. This was probably cheaper, around $3, but it's just really rough. It's you can already see the hairs are starting to come out. And this one's still pretty good. So as you can see, it's still a really good brand, especially compared to other cheap brushes. So definitely e.l.f. brushes are the bomb. And this is my handy dandy e.l.f. eyeshadow brush, sorry, and this is MAC equivalent, and as you can see, they're pretty similar, the same size, and they both basically work just as well. I mean, I use this blender a lot, but this side, I mean, I don't really have any complaints with either of them. So I mean, brushes can get really expensive too, they can go up to $30, so I mean, these are $3, and they work pretty decently, so definitely give that a try. Okay, my next daily favorite is this brush daily cleaner, and it's really important to clean your brushes just because when you use them every day, they host tons of bacteria and they can get really dirty. So it's definitely good to clean them, and you don't want to do a daily shampoo because they take forever to dry. So it's definitely a good alternative. It dries pretty quickly and it leaves your brushes smelling pretty good. So this is just in the color clear. I mean, I don't think it comes in any other color. So yeah, definitely give this a try. It was $3, if that. So good, so you don't break out on your face, so always helps. Okay, my next one is really worn down because I use it a lot, so sorry about that in advance, but this is a makeup mist. It's the setting mist, so yeah, it's really worn out. I'm really sorry, but this is a setting mist, so obviously when you're done with your makeup, you spray it on your face. This is again in the, clear. It doesn't come in any color, but yeah, I mean, sprays pretty well. I don't know if you can see that. It has a pretty powerful spray and stuff, and this lasts me a while. I mean, again, when you're paying, when it's this cheap, I mean, obviously it's not going to be the best setting mist ever in existence, but I mean, I don't know, it smells pretty nice. It has aloe, green tea, cucumber, and vitamins A, C, and D. Which, you know, sounds pretty good. And it dries pretty fast. It doesn't, like, make your face feel, like, too wet for too long, so that's always a plus. And, you know, if you have, like, a longer day, squirt some of this in. It makes your makeup last a little bit longer, which is always cool. So my next product is E.L.F's Eyelid Primer. So what I like about this is in the clay sheer. I think it might come in one other color. It was really cheap. I think this was like $1. Pretty standard application. I mean, again, you can't really see it that well, but I mean, it blends in pretty nicely. Like, it's already like gone. And I don't know, I think it does help my eye shadow stay a little longer, but I mean, again, it's not gonna be the best in the world. Like, I know, like, the MAC one's like way better than this, but I mean, this is literally $1, and I mean, it works pretty well. So I mean, for $1, it's really good. Hi, and my next favorite, I unfortunately ran out yesterday, and I forgot to get more because I didn't get a chance to go to Target. But it's gonna be the brush shampoo, and I don't know, I really like it. Again, it's really cheap. It's around like $1 or $3. And, you know, it's good to clean out your brushes. I usually do it, like, you know, I try to do it once a month, but unfortunately it does take my brushes a while to dry, which is another downside of these brushes. They do tend to take a long time to dry after you shampoo it, like literally like 24 hours after. They'll still be a little moist. So definitely do if you're on like break, because you're probably not going to be able to use your brushes for like a day. But I don't know, it's really, I feel like it really does, like when I'm like rinsing them out, like I see all like this orange and pink stuff coming out. So it does definitely do the job, and it doesn't destroy my brushes. Like even my non-E.L.F. brushes, they still hold up fine. Like I never had like completely destroy a brush, and you know, it makes it smell good. And it's good so, you know, again, you don't break out because your brushes can get really nasty. And moving on, so my next favorite product that I'd recommend is this E.L.F. Hydrating face primer. And this, it's not blue, it comes out clear. Like, I don't know why it's blue in the bottle, but that's fine. It's really moisturizing. Like sometimes when I am traveling and I don't feel like packing a moisturizer, this is kind of like a 2-in-1, like it's super moisturizing. It doesn't make your skin feel really greasy either, which is really nice, and doesn't look greasy. So definitely give this a try. I think this one was a little more. I want to say this was $6, some of these, because I mean, some of these I got a while ago, so they might have jacked up the prices a little bit, but they're all under 10. I still haven't seen anything that's over 10 yet. So definitely give this a try. It says it fills in fine lines and moisturizes vitamin A, E, and C. I mean, fine, I don't really have fine lines, so I don't know about that, but it's definitely moisturizing and definitely has some vitamins, which is nice. So give this a try. And it lasts, oh, one more thing, this lasts a while too. I mean, unless you use tons of it, but this usually lasts me a good chunk. So yeah, it's $6, but like, it will last you a while. So my last one is gonna be this daily moisturizing stick from E.L.F. So you can see it here. I honestly don't remember how much this is. I wanna say it's $3, I could be wrong. This is in the shade Clear, obviously. I mean, it's just like, it has a lot. It's like this big chunky stick. It kind of has like a cooling effect, which is nice. So I guess if it's like really hot. I mean, again, it doesn't like make you look greasy or anything, which is nice. So I mean, like, you know, if your foundation starts to get like caked on, you can just put some of this puppy on and then it goes away. I don't use it that much because, I don't know, I just don't really. I found this in like my old school bag. I don't really use this much. I don't know, I usually don't get really caked on, and I put on a lot of moisturizer before I put on my makeup because coconut oil works amazing. But definitely if you have that problem, or you need like a touch up, or you need like a to-go moisturizer, this is definitely a good one, so look into that. And the next one is not really like, it's not really like the best, but it's also not the worst. I got this E.L.F. Hyper Shine, I don't know if you can see that, wait. My camera will focus. Okay, so this is a E.L.F. Hyper Shine lip, what was this? Hyper Shine gloss. So this is in the shade Fairy. I think they have a few others. So this one I know when I got it was $1. Because the reason I got it is because I saw this makeup tutorial where your lips look better if you put Hyper Shine gloss here and here. So I'm actually wearing that right now. I mean, my lips don't really look that much bigger, but I mean, again, this is $1. I mean, it's kind of like really sticky and kind of gross. I mean, this brush is really kind of gross, but I mean, it's $1. So, I mean, you have to take, again, like when you look at the price, you have to take everything with a grain of salt. So, I mean, if you're into this and you want to like experiment with like different lip looks using this Hyper Shine Gloss for, you know, 3D effects and make your lips look better, this is definitely, you know, pretty good product. I mean, it's $1, so I mean, you can't really go wrong, so. Alright, so here's part 2, some of the worst ones that I recommend you stay away. So again, this is just based on my experience, so I mean, definitely if you have any of these products and you really like it, then, you know, comment down below which ones you actually liked from my worst list. But I think we can all agree because some of these are not that great. And also, some of them I don't have because I threw away because, again, like, they were really bad. So, without further ado, here we go. The first one, I don't know if I'm just using it wrong, but this has never worked for me in, like, the 2 years that I had it. So, this is the E.L.F. High Definition Powder. It's, okay, as you can see, it gets everywhere. Yeah, you can, like, see it smoking. So, it's like this white powder. And it's supposed to add definition to your face, but I don't know, like, I tried to use it as a highlighter, it doesn't work. I use it when I, you know, went on the stage for my theater, or like whenever I have picture day, and it doesn't do anything for me. And it was kind of expensive, it was like $6, and it doesn't really do anything. And it just gets like everywhere, so like you end up just like getting white powder everywhere and doesn't do anything. So, I mean, if you can find a way to use this and like make this like a highlighter and stuff, definitely, you know, share it down below, but this one's pretty much a lost cause. Alright. So the next one I have is this E.L.F. blush in the shade of, ooh, it is really faded, Pink Passion. So the problem with this, I mean, it has a pretty nice, you know, compact thing, which I like that, but the problem is, like, this stuff's really caked on and it, like, doesn't really come out. Like, if I'm, like, forcibly, like, you know, like, getting, like, ripping through it, it comes out, but it's, like, on my, like, I can never get the stuff out, and when I do, like, I just don't really like it. It doesn't blend very well. It's, like, really, like, powdery. I'm just not really a big fan of this. I'm more into, like, the cream blushes, usually, and I don't know. I mean, again, I think this is only $1, so take everything with a grain of salt, but like, I can't get this on my brushes, like, unless I'm like really like digging in there, I can get it out, but like, I don't know, it's just when I apply it, it just doesn't like apply right, it doesn't blend right. I don't really like it. I mean, it's a cute color, but that's about it. So my next product kind of has the same product as a blush. So this is their bronzer, baked bronzer, sorry, and the shade of Mali. Sorry, I might be pronouncing that wrong. So this is actually one of the things that it was like a matte duplicate, like, you know, it's, I forget the word for it, but it's like it's like the drugstore equivalent of one of the MAC baked brushes. And again, like, it does come out. Here, I'll get some, as you can see here. So it does come out, but again, like, I have a problem getting it on my brush. Like, it doesn't, like, it's really caked on. And when I do get it out, like, I don't get like a clean appliance of it. And when I try to blend it, it doesn't blend well. So again, like, if you definitely make this work, then all power to you. But for me, I just can't really get it to work. And I have a different go-to bronzer anyway, so. But I mean, for contouring, you might as well. This was on clearance too. I got it for like $1. I don't know how much it usually is, but yeah. The thing I have is this contouring blush and brush powder. So it has a little mirror, which is nice. And then, I mean, I used this a lot when I was, you know, first getting into makeup. I don't know, again, I don't really like the blush, like, part of it. I don't like the color, and the bronzer's, like, a little too deep for me. Like, it looks, like, I'll show you it on my skin. Like, it's really dark. Like, it's, like, too dark for me. So it might just be, like, the shade it's in, does it even have a color? No, it just has like a number 10307. So it's really dark. I mean, if this would more match your skin tone, then go for it. But I mean, like, for me, that's really not gonna work. Alright, and my last product that I have on hand that I didn't throw out or run out of is gonna be this E.L.F. lip stain. So it has the two sides, the lip stain and the gloss. The problem with E.L.F. lip stain is that it's really, really drying. Like, I got the other, like, the stick, just a regular stick, lip stain, and it was so drying. Like, the color was okay, but, like, for the amount of drying you got, like, your lips were, like, a desert by the end of it. So, again, for other lip stains, I mean, I haven't tried tons of them, but like they're so drying. Like I recently got this lip stain. Usually if you get a lip stain, really try to get was like a balm either in it or like a separate one that has a balm that goes over it, because your lips are going to be really drying, and that one was just terrible. And this one is, again, really drying. And the gloss doesn't really help, and the gloss just gets like, you know, the color just gets distorted. So I'm not really a big fan of it. Again, it was like $1, so I mean, if you're first getting into it, lip stain stuff, you want to try it. This one's okay, but like the ones that are just a stick of lip stain, I do not recommend unless they changed it, because that was not a good thing. And one more thing I did, okay. So now for the ones that I don't have, because I just threw away because they were just not working. One of it was a concealer. Like, it was not a good thing. It was just like this tiny little thing. Again, I think it was cheap. It was like $1 or $3 when I got it. It was like this tiny little bottle. It like made me orange. Like, it wasn't even like anywhere near my skin tone. It's like I got one of the lighter ones, but it still made me look like an Oompa Loompa. So I'm not a big fan of it. They might have changed their formulas, but when I got it a few years ago, it was not good, and it got like really caked on, and it went bad really easy. So stay away from that one. And then the eyelash curler, I used it for a little bit. I don't know. It just like, it was really clunky, and it just like took out my eyelashes. It like didn't do a good job at all. So like you're better off just spending a few more dollars and getting like another drugstore one. Like the Revlon's pretty good, because that one was just not working out. And one thing I forgot to put in my ones that are pretty decent, the makeup remover wipes, I'm a little on the fence about, especially since I'm just, you know, I've been experimenting with them a little bit more. They're okay. I mean, again, I think I got it for like $3. I mean, they're not going to be the best. I rather use like the Olay ones because they're like more moisturizing. But I mean, if you're in like if you don't want to spend that much money, I mean, the E.L.F ones are pretty decent. Hey guys, so that's the end of this video. So obviously I did not cover all the E.L.F products in existence. I mean, I'm only one girl. But I hope I covered enough for you guys. And if you definitely want to see a part 2 to this, then thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll get on that. Especially I want to try like their nail polish and more of their eye care. So yeah, that's it, and I hope you liked it. So, bye!